Here we go.
So thank you all for being with me as we move into practice. And so being flexible here.
We enjoyed listening to today's Modani on your app, so we didn't waste our time.
Okay.
We were definitely rising to open.
Yes, we are rising to open. So I want to say that before we rise to open, the Song of Songs says, "My love reached in for the latch, and deep within me my heart stirred." And that's kind of the prerequisite, that stirring of the heart. And as for myself, I've been feeling my heart stirring, with a kind of a yearning for the beloved, and a yearning to just live my life in conversation with the beloved. And so the first practice that we're going to do is about rising to open to the beloved, which kind of tells me that there's these two different gestures that I need to learn. One corresponds to the vertical axis, and the other corresponds to the horizontal axis. So if you could see me, I would be making these gestures. The vertical axis being the opening up, like holding my hand up and finding the flow of energy from my crown to my root, and from my root to my crown, and feeling like there's energy moving there. And that openness of the vertical axis is what allows me to rise up. And sometimes I kind of feel sunken, feel kind of like inertia and sort of falling down inside myself, and so I need to rise up. And what I had planned was to really to dance with you and show you this dance, but maybe other people will rise to the challenge of this dance. So there's two parts to the chant, and one part says, Kamti ani liftoach ledadi, and it goes like this: Kamti ani liftoach ledadi, Kamti ani liftoach ledadi. So when I say that word Kamti, I am finding that deepest place of maybe even sunkenness inside me, and I'm lifting it up into my heart and into the fullness of my being as I say Ani. And then when I say liftach, I am opening up wide as far as I can, as like opening up the horizontal axis, which is my connection to everyone and everything, all of creation. But I want to connect from that high place inside me. And then when I say lidodi, it's almost as if I am a part of the flow of the beloved. I enter into that stream. So I'm hoping that some of you will kind of feel this dance inside you and show it to each other. And so that's one part of the dance. And the other part of the dance is the words in English that say, I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? When I chant those words, there's two parts of it. I will open to you, my beloved, expresses my commitment to do the work, to the will to open myself, and that commitment is followed by a question that really expresses my vulnerability, and it says, "Will you open to me?" And Brene Brown says that staying vulnerable is a risk we have to take if we want to experience connection. Now, this is all about connection. And she also says that vulnerability is not about winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up even when you can't control the outcome. So that kind of showing up place. So I invite you to chant either one of these two chants, and I'll chant one and I'll chant the other, and you can stay with one or stay with the other, whichever you like. Okay. I'm hoping you're all there with me, and that and if you want to even stand up and really feel this chant in your body. Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti, I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti, I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? I liftoach ledodi. Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti, I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti, I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti ani liftoach ledodi. Kamti, I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me. Come see, I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? Come see, I lift our little knee. Come see, I lift our little knee. Come see, I will open to you, my beloved. Will you open to me? As you go into the silence and breathe into the heart, feel that place of opening that is connected to the vertical axis, the place that flows between guidance and grounding. And allow that opening of the heart to reach out into the world as a kind of a radiance, as your unique light. So this heart that is stirring inside me is moving me towards the possibility of radiance, no matter what. And I will just say that I'm looking at Rachmil right now, who's laying down because unfortunately he has COVID. He's all is well, but he's a little bit miserable, but he's shining his light, even though he has COVID. And he is getting the healing energy of everyone in this field right now. So we are so grateful, even though we're on the phone. We are so grateful to be in practice with you right now. So this light that we are unlocking inside us, I want to say just that there's just this one quote from Rumi that says, it speaks to God and says, your radiance shines in every atom of creation. Yet, our petty desires keep it hidden. Our petty desires keep it hidden. Not our holy desires, but our petty desires, our distractions, places that we kind of fall away. But that radiance, your radiance is in us. And Isaiah says it in different words. He says, arise and shine, for your light has come, and the glory of God is shining upon you. So it's kind of like reclaiming your light and saying, I'm going to shine that light no matter what. I'm hoping you're all with me here. And
we are, Shefa.
Good. Kumi, oraych, oraych, Adonai, alayich, zarach. Kumi, oraych, oraych, Adonai, alayich, zarach. Kumi, oraych, oraych, Divine Expanse, oraych, Adonai, alayich, zarach, Kumi, 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 oraych, Divine Adonai, alayich, zarach, Kumi, oraych, Adonai, alayich, zarach, Kumi, Oh God, Adonai, alayich, zarach, Kumi, oraych, oh God, Adonai, alayich, zarach, Kumi, oraych, Divine Bring your attention to the breath. Imagine breathing into the heart and finding the source of radiance, your unique light that is shining out. As you breathe in, just let that light, let that spark be sparked inside you. And as you exhale, allow it to shine out. And feel that radiance as the horizontal axis, the shining out into the world. And there's actually no end to how far that light can shine. Shining it out and filling the space first filling the space of your body, and then letting that light shine out beyond the body, just out into the room that you're in, and letting that light shine out through the walls of your house and out into the town that you live in, shining out. And just imagine it's shining in all directions, because it's your radiance, it's God's radiance that is shining through each of us at your particular refraction of that light, shining it out. And clearing away some of the pettiness of life so that that light can not be hidden anymore. And so I ask myself sometimes, why am I not shining all the time? What blocks that light? What keeps it hidden inside me? And how do I unlock its power? And I want to say, this Rachmel and I go through this together, his COVID adventure together, and it's sort of, I keep saying, no matter what, there's this light that is shining, So I thought that what keeps that light from shining is a kind of a constriction. And like constriction comes from doubt or despair or disappointment or fear. And you might want to just look at your own places of constriction to see how that happens for you. So our tradition has this wonderful kind of pathway that allows us to cry out from that constricted space, from wherever you are. I remember this story that Gabriel Roth told, who was a teacher of ecstatic dance. And someone said to her, "Oh, I can't dance. I just feel so heavy. I can't dance." And she said, well, dance your heaviness. And when I heard those words, oh, you could dance your heaviness. It's, I don't have to become the victim of it. From wherever I am, I can find my song. And I was just reading something from Abraham Joshua Heschel that talked about these 3 levels of what we do with our sorrow in us. And at one level, we complain from our sorrow. And on the next level, he says, is entering into silence. And then the third, and he says the highest level is to express that sorrow through song. And in the song, the energy is transformed. So I want to chant these words that say, Min HaMetzar, wherever you are, whatever narrow place you are. And Rachmel, you're in this narrow COVID place. And each of us has our own zarach that we get stuck in. And so we want to create like a pathway, establish a pathway that whenever we get stuck, our cry can come forth and be a transformative force. So, Min HaMetzar, from whatever narrow place, karatiya, I call out, I cry out, I sing forth. And the miraculous thing that happens always is ananiva merchavia, that God, the great mystery, answers me with a sense of spaciousness. And in that spaciousness, I can endure anything. I can live through it I can find meaning. I can I don't know, sort of like feel myself moving through it, and that, that's what allows it to really, for healing to happen. So let's chant this for all of us, for Rachmil in his narrow place, but for all of us in our narrow places. Really find that cry that can come forth from the narrow place, and we'll, in the silence afterwards, we'll just open up to whatever spaciousness is the response. HaMetzar Karatia Cry out from wherever you are. HaMetzar Karatia alayich HaMetzar Karatia alayich in HaMetzar Karatia alayich Karatia HaMetzar Shaym-Havaya. Close your eyes. Breathe into the heart and find this great spaciousness within. Open up this wide, wide space. And feel that whatever that thirst, whatever that constriction is kind of being dissolved by that spaciousness, opened, soothed. Just take a couple minutes in the silence just to feel that kind of expansion within you, that the place that had been constricted is now expanding to fill this wide, wide space. So I invite you to open your eyes and take a look around the Zoom room. And I'm also looking at you in my imagination, which is very wide. And you want to just to send, sort of be a blessing of merchavia. See if you can channel the expansiveness of the divine through your eyes to the eyes of the people in the Zoom room. Just, to be a messenger, a conduit for that expansiveness, and to send it, to surround each person in the Zoom room with this wide, wide space that gives us some perspective, lets us relax. And I'm just going to say, oh, how does that feel? And anybody who wants to unmute can say, oh, it feels.
Embracing.
Anybody?
Loving.
Embracing.
Loving.
Connected.
Feels like I can hold everything. The
Supportive.
difficulty as well as everything else.
So there's one more practice which kind of represents one more strategy that I use in order to get myself unstuck and to allow myself to rise and open. And it's a practice that's called accessing the highest. And when I discovered this practice, I realized what it did was it raised my vibration. That sometimes I am vibrating at a low vibration, and I'm kind of stuck there. And I can't see clearly. I can't access my own highest and widest perspective. And so I need to kind of shift my own state so that I can, it's like I'm not denying my feeling, but I'm putting my feeling in the context of something much larger. So I want to chant these words, which have been so powerful for me. And the way that I translate it is I I will sing praise. First of all, singing praise is like lifting ourselves up, really. So I will sing praise so that I might know the highest essence of divine existence. And I can't know it in my head, but I need to know it in the whole, through the wholeness of my being. And so I know it through melody, through harmony, and through intention. So so let's do this practice and see if we can just transform the space, the inner space that we're in, to find the best in us. And I just have to say, this is an amazing thing that I have all the faith that you're still there, that I'm speaking into the cosmos here, and really praying that my heart is reaching you. So, I will sing praise. So let's lift ourselves up so that we can rise and open to the beloved. Shaym-Havaya, Shaym-Havaya, Elyon. Shaym-Havaya, Elyon. Shaym-Havaya, Elyon. Shaym-Havaya, As we raise ourselves up, as if we are looking down on the small things of our lives, all of them now from this perspective, all of them manageable. Whatever tight places we see, we know that it's everything's passing, and that there is blessing that is pouring into our field, into our hearts. And whatever challenges we each face, or whatever challenges that are in the world that we face, we know that when we're connected, we can rise to that challenge. We can face it. We don't have to hide away. And we're also, so blessed to be doing this in community, even when the internet goes out at the exact wrong moment. So I'm, if you're still there, I am so grateful for all of you for hanging in there. I want to say that we will be back here next week online, God willing, and that this week of rising to open, I just want to, go into Shabbat in this way of kind of with an upright heart and an openness to the flow of blessing. And I just want to mention that, sometime we're going to be teaching, going to retreats and doing a river trip, and some, we'll be coming together. So please take a look at the website, see what might draw you, and sign up so that we could do this in person. And oh no, yeah, Judy can. So Judy, if you want to, you can, if you want to stop the recording, if you're recording,